Working with intuition and synchronicities is a really, really cool thing that I get to do with people. So the intuition and the intuitive process is a wonderful thing to help unfold in people so people can begin to harness that intuition to just make more right decisions for themselves in their lives. That doesn't really happen until we actually begin to align with what's right and what's true for us. So once we know what we're aligned to and what's true for us, well, then we kind of have a compass. We've got a base. We've got something that we're anchored to that we can always come back to and check in with. And if we know what's right for us, then we can be intuitive about that. If we don't know what's right for us, well, then our intuition is kind of just flapping around in the breeze. Now, synchronicities are a cool thing that a lot of people don't entirely understand. The word synchronicity essentially means that there's something that's happening to you right now that's relevant in your life that is synchronous with something else in a different dimension that's also relevant to you right now in this dimension. So there's a synchronicity between this dimension and another dimension. Now, how that plays out and what that looks like is it could be words that are quite poignant that just come from a stranger. So words for another person. They could be written words that you see on a sign. They could be feelings that you experience. They could be images. Synchronicities can literally be anything. Now, we are all wired to be able to take advantage of these and recognize them. We are all wired to be able to receive these synchronicities and use them, harness them in our lives to create flow, create effortless flow towards our highest good, along our highest path, and to that which serves us most wholly and most fulfillingly. Now, helping people understand and recognize those synchronicities allows the brain to create new synaptic connections to that level of information. Once you begin to recognize and see synchronicities for what they are, every single time that happens, the brain creates new synaptic connections to that level of information, which then makes it easier for the brain to then go and find that information again the next time and again the next time. And so those pathways become more hardwired over time. The information becomes greater, essentially, because those neural pathways get thicker over time as they're reinforced, as the brain goes back to that information over and over again. And essentially with that level of information in our life, we're armed with more knowledge to be able to make the right decision, and essentially life can go into flow. So that's a wonderful thing that I get to do with people. It's an incredible thing to get people to open up to their own intuitive process, and it's something that I would encourage everybody to do, because when you know what's right for you, when you know what the truth is in your life, then you can align with that and your life can go into flow along that same path.